In this video, I hope to show you two ways you can use the Book of Common Prayer, specifically the 2019 Book of Common Prayer, to help you in your time of personal prayer, meditation, and Bible study. The first way to use the Book of Common Prayer would be general guided prayer. These general guided prayers come from history and from the Bible and usually involve two participants, an officiant and, quote, the people. Usually the officiant reads one part of the text while the people read the rest all together. However, you can pray these general parts of guided prayer by yourself if you so desire. Usually you'll start up here where it says the officiant begins, and they'll read something like an invitatory, and then we'll start with some more of the prayers. You'll go through, and eventually usually there's a place like here where you'll pick a psalm from one of the many psalms to say together. There are usually other collects and things which you can go through, other passages from Scripture which people will read together, and usually you'll pick one to go through the whole section with. Sometimes there's something specific for a day of the week or for a saint's day or whatever's going on in the liturgical calendar. Sometimes at the end there will be additional directions for if there's a bishop or a priest present, where these times of guided prayer can involve more elaborate confession of sin or absolution or something else. Then the second and more famous way of using the Book of Common Prayer to guide your prayer and Bible study is what's called the daily office. The daily office is just like the other general guided prayer, where it'll start with some guided prayer. Usually there's an officiant and there's the people, and you'll go through and you'll confess sin. There's an invitatory over here. You'll kind of go through. There will be some sections that you can choose to read or other sections you will choose to read. And then eventually you'll end up reading some of the invitatory stuff, the Psalter, and then you'll get to what's called the lesson. And you'll get to the psalm and the appointed readings. The appointed readings can be found in the back of your Book of Common Prayer, and usually they're found in what's called the lectionary. And the lectionary will lay out which of the three readings from the different parts of the Bible that you'll be reading during the daily office. And so what you'll do is you'll find what day you're on. Say you're at January 10th. You'll find January 10th, and then up you'll realize at the bottom it'll tell you which, or the top actually, it'll tell you which year you're in, the first year or the second year. How do you know which year you're in? Well, are you in an odd or an even year? The year that I'm reading this is 2023, so we're in an odd year. Say it was January 10th, we would go and we would know that the first lesson from the Bible is Genesis 10. The lesson from the New Testament would be John, and then the psalm that we would be reading would be Psalm 25. Once you've done the psalm and then the two other lessons, you will end the readings and you'll go through the rest of the daily office that you'll pray together. That will usually involve a canticle, so you'll pick one of the canticles that are listed here. There are guides to figure out how to pick one for yourself if you don't trust yourself, or if you'd like a guide on which canticle to read. Then you'll read the Apostles' Creed, and it ends much like most of the other sessions of guided prayer, with the Apostles' Creed, the Lord's Prayer, and then some endings and collects for thanks and a general thanksgiving. If you found that guide helpful and you're more curious in Anglicanism, you can follow the Anglican Instagram page, Anglo-Holicism, for more Anglican entertainment, media, and helpful guides. Otherwise, just like the video, subscribe or follow the channel that you're watching this on, and most importantly, God bless.